Hi everybody, my name is Sandy Boucher and welcome back to The Learning Curve. This show has been designed to help build understanding between Indigenous people and non-Indigenous people in the city of Thunder Bay and the Thunder Bay District. And once again, I really have to say thank you to all the people who either come up to me in the mall or on the streets of Thunder Bay and say that they watched the program, and especially to all the people that have emailed me and mentioned that they would love to be a guest on the program. If you would be interested in coming out and being one of our guests, if you have a topic that fits the theme of this show, then I would absolutely love to hear from you. You can send me an email directly at sandy.boucher@shaw.ca, or you can go to the Learning Curve Thunder Bay, which is the Facebook group for the program, and just send me a message there. I'd love to hear from you. Now today I wanted to introduce you to another term or statement that we use often that you may not understand. Maybe you haven't even heard of it before. The phrase is nothing about us or for us without us. Indigenous, marginalized, racialized people use that statement quite often because, unfortunately, for many years now, what we've seen is programs designed for Indigenous people, but they don't involve Indigenous people in that design process. Or they do an initial consultation, but Indigenous people aren't involved with the management. Now, it's never intentional, but what happens over time if you don't have that Indigenous feedback, that Indigenous worldview, you're going to stray away from the original intent. And eventually, your Indigenous clientele aren't even going to feel comfortable anymore. Now, that happens all the time for Indigenous programs, but the exact same thing happens for youth programs. Often we see someone who wants to create this great new program, and they do a survey and they ask the youth what they need, but that's the last time they talk to them. Or they create a youth council, but it really doesn't have any power, and the suggestions that come from the group really aren't listened to. That's unfortunately a norm, and it's something that has to change, and that's why I so wanted to do the show today. Because there's one agency in town that has been around forever that seems to get it right. I know many adult Indigenous men and women, and every single one of them, all successful in their own right now, seems to remember this agency. They remember when they were youth and they volunteered with the organization, and they always have the most happy, amazing memories. I wanted to find out what was going on, so I went to meet with this agency, and if you haven't figured it out yet, I'm talking about the Regional Multicultural Youth Centre. I have two of the youth here today, and you're going to hear directly from them why this agency is different, what makes it so amazing, and why they chose to get involved. So as always, go get that coffee, head for your comfy chair, and I'll see you in a few moments as together we walk through the learning curve.